Some stunts are so outrageous, they're practically illegal to attempt, but that didn't stop these fearless daredevils. Watch as they pull off insane feats. From pulling planes to defying gravity on tightropes.
Praise you, God. Praise you, Jesus.
Hold tight, because you're about to witness some of the wildest stunts ever attempted and caught on camera. Luke Akins set a world record, and let's just say he's taken living on the edge to a whole new level. In 2016, this fearless daredevil jumped out of a plane from 25,000 feet without a parachute or wingsuit. His mission was to fall, control his descent with air currents, and land safely on a massive 10,000 square foot net, roughly the size of a football field. The entire jaw-dropping stunt aired live, and trust me, it had everyone glued to the screen. 2 minutes in freefall later, he landed on his back, flawlessly, with a second to spare. Akins, who's been skydiving since he was 16, was cheered on by his family and friends, including his wife and 4-year-old son, as he walked away from the stunt like it was no big deal. If that doesn't make you question your own limits, what will?
History made as he hugs his wife.
Balloon flight.
Right now, 21. So David, we're through 21,000 feet.
In 2020, magician David Blaine took to the skies holding onto 52 giant helium balloons, just like something out of the movie Up. But this wasn't a cartoon. It was a real stunt called Ascension. He floated up over the Arizona desert, reaching nearly 25,000 feet. Yep, that's airplane cruising height. No jetpack, no hidden cables, just balloons and a parachute. It was peaceful, crazy, and nerve-wracking all at once. People watched live, wondering if he'd actually pull it off. And he did, making it one of his boldest stunts ever.
Yeah! Is he there? Yes!
Russian Daredevils. Two Russian daredevils, Vadim Makarov and Vitaly Raskolov, pulled off one of the craziest stunts ever caught on camera. They snuck into the construction site of Shanghai Tower, China's tallest building, and climbed all 650 meters to the top without any safety gear. Just them, a crane, and a 2-hour climb straight into the clouds. They filmed the whole thing with GoPros strapped to their heads, and even dangled their feet off the edge. It was gutsy, illegal, and seriously breathtaking. But don't get any ideas, folks. This kind of stunt can cost you your life. Poland plane puller. Here's another guy, Poland's Mateusz Kieliszkowski, who took strength to a whole new level by dragging an entire plane across the tarmac. This feat isn't just impressive, it's downright mind-blowing. With nothing but his muscle and determination, he moves the plane like it's nothing more than a heavy object. What's even crazier, he does it with a smile, as if pulling a plane is just another day at the gym. Skywalker. In 2012, Nick Wallenda made history by tightrope walking across Niagara Falls, with water thundering beneath him. At 200 feet in the air, on a wire just 2 inches wide, he stepped into the mist with a 40-pound balance bar, elk-skin slippers, and nerves of steel. Over 100,000 people watched in person, while 10 million more tuned in from home. For safety, he was tethered, but it was still insane. You couldn't even see him from the Canadian side for the first 10 minutes, but the moment he sprinted the last few steps, pure legend. And that was just the beginning. Next stop, walking across the Grand Canyon with no harness at all. Ice Master.
What's special about Wim is that he kind of has this mind over body control that's pretty phenomenal. when he is exposed to the cold, his body just physically reacts differently.
Meet Wim Hof, who isn't some superhuman mutant. He's just a guy who trained his mind and body to laugh in the face of freezing cold. Nicknamed the Iceman, he climbed Mount Everest in shorts, swam 66 meters under ice, and sat in a tub of it for nearly 2 hours. Wim holds 26 Guinness World Records, all by mastering breathwork, cold exposure, and raw mindset. But it wasn't just about pushing limits. He explained these stunts as a form of therapy. Today, science backs his method as a tool to fight pain, anxiety, and even disease.
The science of what Wim Hof method does is one of the primary interests of my lab now because it is so powerful and it's been shown to be powerful in the immune system.
Luxer Lift. In 1994, David Copperfield pulled off one of his wildest stunts. He levitated in front of the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. And we're not talking a little float. The guy rose 40 feet in the air and casually hovered between two buildings like it was no big deal. No wires, no harnesses anyone could see, just pure Copperfield magic. Crowds stood there with jaws on the floor. It looked impossible, like something out of a superhero movie. But it was all real. Or at least, it sure felt real. High wire hero.
Praise you, God. Praise you, Jesus.
Nick Wallenda, the daring 7th-generation high-wire artist, just took on a terrifying feat, walking 1,500 feet above the Little Colorado River Gorge near the Grand Canyon. Without a net or safety harness, he completed the 1,400-foot cable walk in just under 23 minutes. As the sun set, Wallenda pressed on, stopping midway to kneel and steady the cable. He thanked Jesus along the way, battling fierce winds and swaying cables.
My dream for my next stunt is to walk between 2 skyscrapers in New York City.
Statue Vanish.
The entire thing, it just disappeared. What happened to it, I have no idea.
Back in 1983, David Copperfield did something that seriously messed with everyone's heads. He made the Statue of Liberty disappear, and surprisingly, it happened live on TV, with a real audience right there watching. He raised a curtain around the statue, dropped it, and no liberty in sight. People were like, wait, what just happened? No camera tricks, just mind-blowing illusion. Then she reappeared like nothing happened.
When that curtain went down and there was nothing there, I just couldn't believe.
Street float. David Blaine took street magic to a whole new level when he casually levitated a few inches off the ground in broad daylight. No wires, no platforms, just Blaine floating in the middle of a busy street. People stopped in their tracks, gasping, some even screaming, as they watched him defy gravity right before their eyes. It wasn't a big setup or elaborate stunt, just a simple, jaw-dropping moment that left everyone asking, how did he do that? Pure magic in the streets.
He's into that spiritual stuff, man. It's serious, man.
Coaster skater. In 2009, Dirkauer strapped on custom-made inline skates and did the unthinkable. He skated down a full-blown roller coaster. Yep, the same one built for trains. At Tripsdrill theme park in Germany, he flew down the 860-meter track at nearly 90 kilometers an hour. No harness, no second chances, just pure guts and wheels. It took him just over a minute to finish, setting a world record and freaking out every spectator watching below. If that's not insane balance, what is? Mission Impossible. Dynamo, the British magician, casually walked across the River Thames. Yes, walked. Cameras rolled as he strolled toward the Houses of Parliament like it was no big deal. It aired on his show Magician Impossible, and his team swore there were no camera tricks. People couldn't believe their eyes. Was it wires? Glass? A hidden platform? No one knew for sure, but one thing was clear. Dynamo had just turned a river into a sidewalk, and everyone was left questioning what's real and what's just magic. Magnetic Man. This man turned a city square into his personal superhero runway. He looked like Gojo Satoru, but floated like Superman on vacation. No wires, no visible ropes, just him, hovering smoothly mid-air like magic. Crowds stopped, jaws dropped, and phones flew out to record the moment. Turns out, it's a clever magnetic stunt paired with some insane body control. Looks like he's breaking physics, but it's all in the trick. Still, don't go trying this unless you've got a backup plan and a magnet. Skating across continents. Johan Campbell took on a wild adventure, skating 5,000 kilometers from Madrid to Dakar. He crossed the Sahara Desert and made his way through Spain, Morocco, Mauritania, and Senegal, all while pulling a bamboo trailer called Misty. But here's the best part. Johan wasn't just skating for fun. His journey was all about a cause, teaching kids in Senegal how to skate. With the help of local organizations, he brought roller kits to kids who could never afford them. Hot Wheels Stunt. Ever seen a car pull off a real-life Hot Wheels loop? Stuntman Steve Truglia actually did it. He drove a full-size Toyota through a 40-foot-tall loop like it was nothing. But it wasn't just pedal to the metal. He trained to survive 6 Gs, nailed the exact speed of 36 mph, and knew even 1 mpr off could have meant a serious crash. Everyone held their breath, and boom. He crushed it, set a world record, and made it look easy. That's one wild ride we won't forget. Glass Balancer.
Was so tense, we saw the stack beginning to bow.
12 years ago, Ashrita Furman pulled off an insane stunt that no one saw coming, balancing 62 pint glasses on his chin for over 10 seconds. With the glasses stacked higher than anyone imagined possible, the tension in the room was unbearable. Each second felt like an eternity as the stack wobbled, ready to collapse. But Ashrita, ever the calm professional, held steady, defying the odds. His dedication and focus paid off, setting a Guinness World Record that still has people in awe. Dean Carnazis.
The time I heard about running 100 miles, I thought no human is capable of doing this. And when you do it yourself, I think it just breaks boundaries.
Most people tap out after 5 miles, but not Dean Carnazis. This guy ran 350 miles, non-stop for over 80 hours without sleeping. Yeah, you heard that right. No naps, no breaks, just running through the night like it was nothing. He didn't even do it for fame. He did it to help a girl who needed a heart transplant. Dean's not just a runner. He's a full-on machine. And somehow, after finishing, he looked like he could keep going. Now that's a crazy stunt worth talking about.
We had money in the bank, and we had a 401k and insurance, and he was miserable.
Blockbreaker. At just 16, Kareem Ahmet Sapahik is out here making adults look like amateurs, while we're all struggling to get out of bed. He's breaking concrete blocks with nothing but his head. That's right, headbutting his way to the top of the world record books. It's one thing to be strong, but it's another thing entirely to take a hit straight to the skull. Woman dance. This woman didn't just climb a wall, she turned it into a stage. No ropes, no safety gear, just her hands, feet, and insane balance. It's called freestyle bouldering. And yeah, it's as wild as it sounds. While most folks would be frozen halfway up, she moved like she was born for it. Every move was smooth, controlled, and bold. It wasn't just climbing, it was a full-on performance. One slip could have been a disaster, but she owned every inch. Now that's one crazy stunt caught on camera. Ashrita Furman.
And I'm the guy who has the most records in Guinness World Record book.
Ashrita Furman turned everyday stuff into record-breaking stunts over 600 times. From hula hooping like a champ to balancing random things on his chin, this guy didn't just try wild ideas, he owned them. And get this, he's not some young daredevil either. Nope. He's been chasing world records for decades and shows no sign of slowing down. While most folks settle for one achievement, Ashrita just keeps stacking them up. If breaking records was a crime, this guy's rap sheet would be a mile long.
One records I've done, one time I pogo stick jumped up Mount Fuji in Japan, up to this.
Pinkie Power. Ever seen someone do pull-ups with just their pinkies? Sounds insane, right? Well, my Tomba Mate doesn't just make it look easy, he makes it look effortless. While most of us are struggling with a regular grip, this guy is using only his pinky muscles to smash out pull-ups like it's nothing. It's like he's in a league of his own. And honestly, watching him do this could probably set a world record for most jaws dropping per minute. Hair power. Ever thought your hair could be your secret weapon? This Indian man just proved it's possible. Forget about just styling it. He uses his hair to pull a whole vehicle. Yeah, you heard that right. His hair's not just for looks. It's like he's tapped into some hidden superpower. It's wild to think that something as simple as hair could have this much strength. Limbo Legend. At just 18, Shamika Charles didn't just break the limbo record, she redefined it, sliding under a bar only 8.5 inches off the ground. She made it look effortless. It wasn't just flexibility, it was pure willpower. People thought they had seen everything, but Shamika showed them how it's done. No one had limboed like this before. Her record didn't just stand, it set a whole new standard, proving that if you think you can't do it, think again. This was limbo, but not as we know it. Wall walk. Back in 1986, David Copperfield pulled off another one of the wildest illusions ever. He walked straight through the Great Wall of China. Yep, the real deal. No smoke, no mirrors, and it was all live on TV. He walked up, stepped into the wall, and then popped out the other side like it was nothing. No trapdoors, no wires, just pure magic. People were stunned. Like, how do you even explain that? 1 minute he's outside, next minute he's gone! Everyone watching was completely mind blown. Real waterbender. At first, it just looked like some guy waving his hands near a lake. Nothing crazy. People thought he was joking around, until the water started moving. And not just ripples. The waves were actually following his hand movements like he was conducting a watery orchestra. Every hand flick made the water move, and people freaked out. Some called him the last waterbender, claiming he had hydrokinetic powers. Real or fake, it looked insanely magical. Shark Stunt. Ocean Ramsey, a fearless shark researcher, swam alongside a massive great white shark off Oahu, Hawaii, without the safety of a cage. And guys, this wasn't just any shark. It could be the legendary Deep Blue, one of the largest great whites ever recorded. Despite the awe-inspiring moment, Ramsey warned not to try this stunt without the proper training. She's made it clear, sharks are vital to our oceans, and they deserve respect, not fear. Space dive. On October 14th, 2012, Felix Baumgartner took the ultimate leap, jumping from the edge of space. From over 127,000 feet up, he set 3 world records for speed, altitude, and freefall distance, reaching 843 mph. He became the first person to break the sound barrier without any propulsion. The whole world watched as he fell for over 9 minutes. Felix, a pro skydiver, had been planning this moment for 7 years. When he finally landed, he said, "You don't think about records, you just want to come back alive." And he did, making it one of the most epic jumps ever. Sky abs. Doing crunches on the floor is one thing, but this guy takes it to the sky. Literally, he's hanging midair, no support underneath, just pure abs doing all the work. While most of us struggle with sit-ups on a yoga mat, he's out here defying gravity like it's a warm-up. It's not just a workout, it's a full-on stunt that turns heads wherever he trains. His core strength is unreal. And yeah, people definitely stop to stare. No joke. This might be the strongest six-pack ever caught on camera. Slingshot master. Water droplets falling from the sky? Most of us would just let them hit the ground. But not this guy. Armed with a slingshot, he takes aim and nails each droplet midair, showing off his insane precision. It's not just about hitting a target. It's about defying expectations and turning something ordinary into an extraordinary display of skill. Forget bullseyes. This guy's shooting for the skies, literally. Gravity Defier. This guy isn't just jumping over stuff, he's making physics question its existence. Picture this. At the gym, he casually leaps over a friend mid-pull-up, like it's no big deal. Then he jumps over a giant stack of box steps without even breaking a sweat. It's not your average gym stunt. It's pure skill, turning every jump into something incredible. No one's asking how he does it. They're too busy wondering if he's secretly got superpowers. Seriously, who does that? Extreme Leap. Jakob Schubert didn't just climb, he soared. Imagine being 12 meters above the ocean, with only your hands and feet keeping you from falling. That's exactly what he did, pulling off a double Dynamo. Both hands off the wall, mid-air. No safety net but the water below. One slip and it's game over. But Jakob? He didn't hesitate, nailing that jump like it was nothing. It's the kind of stunt that makes you hold your breath and rethink what's possible. Strength challenge. If you've ever struggled to lift that bag of flour, this might make you rethink what's possible. Imagine casually tossing 50 kilograms bags of flour onto your shoulders. No effort, no sweat. This guy's doing it like it's part of his daily routine. The bags land perfectly, and he doesn't even flinch. While most of us would be crushed by the weight, he makes it look easy. It's not magic. It's raw strength that will make you question what's truly impossible. Strength Unleashed. Dimitro Kalaji is on a whole different level. This guy doesn't just lift cars, he lifts them like they're made of foam. And it doesn't stop there. He casually carries horses, bites through metal, and even lets himself get run over, just to show off how insane his strength is. If you think you've seen it all, think again. Dimitro's stunts push the limits of what we thought was possible, making him a real-life superhero of strength. This guy's breaking records and blowing minds. Parkour Perfection. This jaw-dropping video was posted on Reddit and left viewers stunned. A true pro, the parkour jumper moves with such precision and speed, it's like he's part of the environment. Watching him leap off walls, scale ledges, and perform impossible flips, it almost seems like he's defying gravity. While most of us would trip or hesitate, he moves with effortless ease, making parkour look like a walk in the park. Reddit couldn't stop talking about it. How does he make it look so easy? Master of Flexibility.
It feels awesome. It's like having a superpower.
Who says only cats have all the flexibility? Meet Alexei Goloborodko, the human twist master. This guy moves like he's made of jelly, slipping into poses that'll make your joints ache just watching. He bends, folds, and twists in ways that feel totally unreal. And the wild part? He makes it look easy. No surprise he's called one of the best contortionists on the planet. Honestly, if you ever find yourself in a game of Twister with him, just sit down. You already lost.
When I was a kid, I asked my parents to take me to a circus show just to watch it for fun. And
Quick change act.
You're very, very good. And your quick change was beautiful. I mean, it was really amazing.
Wish you could change that fast? Well, meet Solange Cardinali, the magician who just broke all the rules on America's Got Talent 2024. She pulled off a quick change act that left the judges speechless and the crowd on the edge of their seats. Blink and you'll miss it. 1 second, she's in one outfit, and the next, she's completely transformed. Judges and audience were left completely surprised, unable to wrap their heads around what they just witnessed.
Best quick change artist we have ever seen.
Yes,
you really are.
I agree.
Thank you.
Daredevil Distance. New Year's Eve in San Diego got wild when Robbie Madison hit a jaw-dropping jump, flying his bike 378 feet, 9 inches across the marina. Yeah, nearly 400 feet over open water. It all went down live on ESPN as fans packed Embarcadero Marina Park, jaws on the floor. Robbie shattered his old record of 351 feet like it was nothing. "I knew we'd go far tonight," he said, and now we know he wasn't kidding. Talking backwards. Okay, now listen to this guy talk. Sounds like straight up nonsense, right? Just random sounds? Total gibberish. But hold up. Rewind that clip.
Hi, Ness Daily. I'm John.
And suddenly, it all makes sense. Yep, that's actual backwards talk. Meet John, the internet's favorite backwards guy. He can say full sentences backwards like it's no big deal.
I need sunglasses.
And when you reverse the audio, boom, clear as day. It's the kind of brain trick that makes you question everything. Honestly, it's so weirdly cool. We had to play it twice just to believe it. Blind Climber.
Talk about inspiring. Eric Weinmayer is going to extremes on some of the world's most dangerous mountains.
When all you've got is grit and heart, you end up doing the unthinkable, just like Eric Weinmayer. This guy literally climbed to the top of Mount Everest without ever seeing it. Yeah, he's blind. While most of us are still struggling with Monday mornings, Eric's out here proving that limits live only in our heads. So if you're still waiting for the right moment, maybe it's time to rethink that. What's stopping you now?
Counting my breaths and listening to the sound of space around me.
Extreme ironing. You've probably heard of extreme sports, but have you ever heard of extreme ironing? Well, Mike Frost and Steve Scott took extreme ironing to new heights over Oxfordshire, UK, proving once again that no location is too wild for this unusual sport. The duo, known for their fearless approach, decided to take their ironing boards to the sky, jumping from a plane in a thrilling skydiving stunt. As they plummeted toward Earth, they began ironing mid-air, showcasing their skills in one of the most daring and bizarre sports around. Andy Ford from Infinite Skydiving captured the whole adventure, turning an already crazy stunt into a breathtaking spectacle. Plane puller. Most folks struggle to pull a suitcase through the airport, but this guy, he pulled a C-17 military aircraft weighing over 400,000 pounds. That's right. With just a harness, a rope, and sheer willpower, Kevin Fast, a Canadian pastor with a love for lifting the impossible, dragged that beast of a plane like it was a kid's wagon. His jaw-dropping stunt turned heads worldwide and landed him right in the Guinness World Records.
It's moving. Yeah, I think he was just bold-faced lying today.
Skyline Stunt.
Daredevil, known as Spider-Man, climbed the world's tallest building on Monday.
Alain Robert, the French Spider-Man, just pulled off one of his most epic stunts yet, climbing the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building in Dubai. It took him 6 hours to scale the 828-meter tower, and he didn't do it alone. A massive crowd gathered below, cheering him on as he made his way up the sleek glass surface. Though known for wild climbs, Robert played it safe this time with a rope and harness. When he reached the top, he gave a triumphant wave. Another skyscraper conquered. This guy's on fire. Flying Man. This clip took the internet by storm, because seriously, what did we just see? A guy in a full Superman costume wasn't just posing, he was actually flying through the sky. No wires in sight, no obvious tricks, just him soaring like he belonged in a Marvel crossover. People online are fully convinced that what they saw is real-life proof of superheroes. The way he glided so smoothly had folks questioning what's real and what's not. Could it be tech? Magic? Mutation? One thing's clear. This wasn't your average day in the sky. Iron Finger. This monk didn't need gadgets or armor, just pure human power. With nothing but his bare finger, he drilled straight through wood like it was butter. No warm-up, no hesitation, just years of brutal training packed into one strike. While most folks use meditation to relax, this guy uses it to turn himself into a human weapon. It's called Iron Finger. And it's no trick. Every move shows how crazy dedicated he is. One hit from that finger, and you'll believe in real-life superhumans. Candle archery. Meet Lars Anderson, the guy who's out here making archery look like a crazy magic trick. He's standing on one leg, shooting arrows under his raised leg, all while targeting candles. It's not just a stunt, it's a straight-up art form. Forget about old-school archery, because Lars is here showing us how it's done, and trust me, he makes it look easy. If you think you've seen everything, just wait till you catch this wild trick shot. It's the kind of stunt you won't forget. Kids' reflexes. Ever wonder what happens when you mix boxing skills with lightning-fast reflexes? This kid's the answer. He's not just training for boxing, he's dodging bar thingies flying at him like a total pro. It's like a game of defense and reaction time, but on another level. And guess what? He's handling it way better than some of the pros. If you think this is a one-time thing, think again. This kid's got some serious talent that's impossible to ignore. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Now this looked straight out of a superhero movie. A calm guy walked onto the Got Talent stage, nothing unusual at first, but then sparks shot out of his hands like it was just another day, and just like that, his head was engulfed in flames. No panic, no hesitation. He stood there as if fire was simply part of the performance. Turns out, his body acted like a human battery, storing energy and releasing it as bursts of fire and sparks. The judges were speechless, the audience was in disbelief, and the internet is still scratching its head over what they saw. Whether it was science or something beyond, he became a living power source, right there on stage. See you next time.